you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Mike and Jay. Shalom, Biggie. Hello, Jay.
Gentlemen,
how are you, my friend?
very well.
Yeah. I'm not.
Oh, no. Mike.
Yeah.
Again?
Well, disturbing events took place
I
late
thought it was going to be
last
about
night.
your leaky butthole.
No, not that. That's depressing, too. But, God damn it, dude. T-Roy was like, yo, man, hitting the hot tub, though. He's like, all right, cool, good for you. And he goes out there, and I'm like, you know what? I haven't been in there in forever. Maybe I'll fucking go out there, too. And so he's in the hot tub doing his thing, and, you know, I go walking out. He's like, yo, what up, man? What up, fam? I was like, hey, T. He's like, what you doing, man? You coming in the tub? I was like, yeah, I was thinking about it. He's like, cool. Full disclosure, I'm nude.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, of course you're fucking nude. Of course you are.
You guys need a reality show already. Come on, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Full disclosure.
Full disclosure, though. I'm nude.
Man.
Of course you're
Mike,
fucking
let's
nude.
just freaking camera up this house and start.
There's no blockage here. There's
There's
some
Do you think
trees,
he gives
but
a shit?
there's
No.
a fucking house right there, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming he has like a towel though,
A
right?
terry
Like
cloth robe.
outside.
He's got a towel out. Yeah, he's not just strolling around the backyard nude, but he's in the hot tub nude. And I'm just like, on your side of the tub, man. You stay on your side of the tub. And I got in, and then it's like, all right, man. 3 times, like it'll shut off after 20 minutes. And we were in there for like an hour. He's like, all right, man. 3 times around is all I got. Just fucking gets up.
There's his balls.
And dude, I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, is just fucking
shaven
ass.
or what?
No,
Oh,
he had his back to me, and so he
Gotcha.
goes to like climb out of the tub.
Oh, yeah.
And his fucking bag. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Well, he's been in a
T.
hot tub for 60 minutes.
Right. Well, shit's down to his fucking knees, man. Just hanging like a like
Clock weights.
dude, I'm not gonna unsee that. He's like, I told you, man. I warned you and shit.
Yeah, you could have looked the other way, man. What?
It was the speed. It was like, oh man, 3 times around on the Jets is all I got. Boom, stands up. And it was
he's
like,
up.
oh fucks. T.
Are you worried that being nude, he maybe
Took some liberties.
engaged in the what do you call it, the Jets before you got there?
Oh, you think he was shooting it? No, I don't think so.
I
yeah.
don't think so either.
I was like, you haven't done anything in this tub that I need to know about, have you? He's like, no, man. Getting on in the tub don't work. I was like, yeah, it's true. It's true. You would think it would, but it really doesn't.
Yeah,
so
it's no good.
I believed him, and he'd be honest about it, you know. So, but yeah, I have that kind of on my head. Like everywhere I look, it's like nutsack hanging in knees, nutsack hanging in knees
From behind.
from behind. It's like, oh, fuck.
I guess it's better from. Nah, I don't know. What's better? I just seen full frontal or just this nutsack hanging from his ass.
I'm uncomfortable with seeing this man nude as much as I have.
Sure.
You know, when I walk by, he doesn't bother closing the door to the bathroom. He's just
Troubling.
Yeah, I do
taking
notice that, by the
huge
way.
whiz. And I was just gonna ghost it. I didn't even notice it. I just heard it. I didn't even look. He's like, sorry, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Sorry for. Oh, fuck, man.
What you got to understand, though, is he grew up with just him and his dad.
Yeah.
You know? So he's
Yeah.
probably done this his whole life, just wandering
But
around
I've
nude.
never,
Yeah.
I will say that, like, I've never gotten that. Like, when people say, like, oh, like, whether it's a girl or a guy, and they're like, oh, got the house to myself, maybe I could walk around nude. And I'm always like, why would you want to do that?
So
like, I
know.
just don't get it. Like,
I don't either.
Like,
I don't
sitting
either.
on things, it's just cold in general. I mean, there's just a lot of things about it that I don't understand why it's like,
Maybe
well, no one's
maybe we're
here.
just missing out. Maybe it's amazing because I feel the same way.
No, you know what?
I do not want to walk around nude no matter what.
Here's why I don't think so, dude. Because I've been at hotels a time or two where I have kind of just like, left got naked for the shower. I was the only one in the room. My clothes are on the bed, and I've walked to the shower and back.
Sneech like body.
And I've
walking around.
never, honestly, every time I've done it, I've kind of been like, I don't know. I've walked through a hotel a little bit.
I agree with you. It's weird, man.
Yeah,
It's weird
you're not
being nude.
you're not a nude,
No,
are you?
hell no.
Yeah.
And in fact, like my biggest thing would be like, I don't want to sit on stuff. Like I've got a whole family here, you know. It's
Yeah.
just like unsanitary. Put my
Yeah.
bare ass on the couch
you're,
or something.
You're cool with Gab doing it.
Sure.
If she wants,
No,
you're
I'd
in the
be
bedroom,
all
like
for it.
when Beth would do that, like go to bathtub or take a bath or whatever in a pretentious bathtub, it was like, this is fantastic. I don't want anything to do with it, but
Yeah, but
I'm
dude,
fine with
you
that.
say that, dude, but honestly, and not to just go to a Seinfeld thing, but Seinfeld did bring us like the good and bad, like naked. Like you say that, but dude, would you really be okay with her naked? Like, there's things I'm sure that you wouldn't be.
It shrinks like a frightened turtle. Is that the one you're talking about?
No,
The shrinkage episode.
No,
I
I'm
don't
not
understand what your point was, E.
Is
I
that
missed it
there's
too.
there's activity? He says that it's you wouldn't mind Gab walking around naked, but he says
bad
there
nude.
are still things they could do. You say that it would just be okay for a girl, and I don't think that's even true necessarily.
Talking about like riding a bike nude or something.
Yeah,
or
just
like
like
that's
activities
bad
that
nude.
you would do that would not look good nude, even if it
Well,
wasn't.
Gab's not going to do that, but you know, if she comes out of the shower and is walking around the bedroom nude, you're not going to be like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
No.
Put some pants on, for Christ's sakes.
Absolutely not.
Going back to Don Courtney, by the way, his dad, he was not a nuder around the house. I mean, he, many times he was a white T-shirt guy and whitey tighties.
Okay.
And you'd see him, you know, he would come out to scold us for something we were doing, and it was like, oh, for fuck's sake, Don, this huge hog, and he's wearing his fucking whitey tighties and his T-shirt, you know. But he wouldn't come out nude and scream at you, you know. So anyway, oh God, I just saw his bag again. Every time I close my eyes, boom, there it is.
I think that is the worst look. Whitey tighties on a guy, like what you're just like, it's just the worst to me. I don't get it. I don't understand why.
It's
I
from
never
a different
thought it would
generation.
be comfortable. It seems like it would be so uncomfortable, being all tight. Like, wouldn't you rather just kind of be loose? And
I think a massive invention was the boxer brief.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but would you, like, if Don was rolling around in Ralph Lauren polo boxer briefs, you'd be like, dude, really? How old are you?
No,
Stop
man,
it.
I'd be more comfortable than seeing the old guy in whitey tight.
Yeah.
He's right. That's the worst.
Yeah, but it
And
was
how did that
those
become a
guys.
thing?
Well, they grew up with that their whole lives.
Why were they like that though?
I don't know. And they had that
Little high cut, thing.
and that it's got that thing where you can just, like, instead of pulling your underwear down, you just slip your dong through the hole.
Yeah.
It's just. I mean, does anyone use that?
No, it's just tradition now, just to have that cut, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I have it on. Well,
I've definitely
the boxers
got it.
have it for sure.
Hold on. I don't think.
You know
I
what?
think mine's
Too many
for
points
looks.
of contact here. Why are you reaching down your pants?
Hold on, I gotta get. I don't think. No, mine's there for looks only.
Really, it's closed
Yeah,
up.
it's closed up.
I'll be
It's.
damned.
I mean, you can put it in like a pocket. I could probably stash stuff in there, but it doesn't look like it goes all the way through. Interesting. Before that, I was having such a great night too, Jay. You would not believe what happened last night.
I heard what happened. It's amazing.
Holy shit! You left, and E was here for a while. We were shooting the shit.
I thought we were ordered to get out of your house. That's why I left, and I left.
Yeah.
Well, T-Roy kind of like left and then he was gone for a while or something. I don't know what was going on, and I think I just started.
So I received the order to get the fuck out.
Well, that
and
was more me.
That
I just
came
wanted
loud and clear to me. So
I just
I got
wanted
out,
people
and then
out
I
of the house.
missed the great event.
Yeah. So E and I are sitting here, and it was like, he was like, yeah, Jay wants to do some extra content tomorrow. I was like, fuck, we could do some extra content right now. He's like, yeah, let's do it. And so I grabbed a story. I come down here. I'm about to do it. And it was his mom had been texting him, worried about some scam or something going around, like an email thing, like, don't open this email or
Hi,
whatever.
Mrs. Fady, by the way.
Hi, Mrs. Hi, Fran. Happy birthday yesterday. It was her birthday, too. And so all of a sudden, E gets sidetracked, and he's talking about fucking overbearing, you know. So we start discussing overbearing parents. Out of the fucking blue, his phone rings.
Lo and behold.
Yeah, it's her. He's like,
Speak of the
look.
devil.
And I was like, answer it. And he's like, the thing was plugged in. He just bunk answers it. And I go, hello? I go into my E voice, and she's like, Eric? I go, yeah, what do you want? And I start.
You had a conversation with her in the E voice.
Yes. She's like, where are you? You sound weird. I'm like, yeah, I'm in a basement. She's like, oh, well. I go, what do you want? She's like, well, there's this email scam going around. It's from Apple. If you get an email from Apple, whatever you do not open it. I was like, well, I already opened it. She's like, you did? Like, yeah, why wouldn't I? She fucking fell hook, line, and sinker. And finally I said something ridiculous enough that she was like, is this Eric or is this Mike?
Yeah.
You know, and then, dude, she stayed on the phone for 40 minutes.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, 40 minutes.
Ha!
And we were in extra content, so we posted it last night. It's in members area.
Wow.
I mean, that's it. I asked her point blank, who does she hate more, me or you?
Mm-hmm.
And her answer was, which one signs his checks? So that would be Jay. So I think she
Good
likes
answer,
you.
Mrs. Fady.
That was a great
Just
answer.
marginally better.
Dude, she was fantastic.
Yeah?
She was hilarious. I started calling her mom through it, and I don't remember where we ended up going with that E, but it was, dude, I was hitting her with everything. Like, what is the worst thing you've heard on the show? You know,
So she listens all the time.
Dude.
So when we say hi, Mrs. Fady, like it's legit. We're waving at the camera. Hello, Mrs. Fady. We are connecting with Mrs. Fady.
she listens more than we think.
Oh shit.
And she admitted it. Because my question to E before she called, I was like, hey, dude, I wonder if, because we know your mom listens. She's trying to keep tabs on you. I wonder if when she's listening and she hates us and all that stuff, hates the show, when she's listening, if there's a 5-minute stretch in there where she's like, all right, that was pretty fucking funny.
She must like it to some extent, or she wouldn't listen every day.
She does. She thinks we're talented. Yep, that's what she said.
Mrs. Fady.
Yeah, she's a fan, man.
Well,
Yeah. So if you want
we're
to
all
hear it,
blushing over here.
if you want to hear it, there's a 45-minute interview with me and Mrs. Fady. And Eric just like bowed out, dude. He didn't talk much
Just
at all.
handed it over.
Yeah, he did. He
Wow.
was just like, let this unfold how it's going to unfold. And she was great. And at the end, I was like, hey, will you make me a promise? Will you come in studio and sit down with
Gross.
Jay and I? Yeah. And she was like, not on camera. I was like, all right, fair enough. We
That's
can
a
do it.
typical Fady thing, honestly. I'm the only I'm the only one in the family that's so
Look at me.
look at me.
Yeah.
They are all very like
Unassuming,
that,
yeah.
right? Like I could see even
Humble.
my sister. If my sister wanted to come in, like
God,
I
she's
could
hot.
see her
Sister.
kind of saying like,
see too
well, I
much
do some
E in
extra
her. I
content.
look at her, it's
I
like,
know,
God,
but
it's a female version of E.
titties. Did you ever find out what cup size she was?
No, I did
Ah,
not.
call Fran later. Figure it out.
Yeah,
No,
You know
finish
she-
it. Finish
we
it.
know she
No,
wears
that's-
the same
that was just
size
my
jeans
point,
as
though.
him, or
My-
did one
At one time.
Well, E, if people want to get this file, this MP3 of Mrs. Fady speaking to you gentlemen, how would they do it?
I believe it's under the DetroitCast.com help the show
No,
tab.
it's under the members
Oh,
area
shit.
tab. E.
Oh,
There's
well,
actually a
isn't
tab at DetroitCast.com
Okay,
members
well-
area. Go ahead and select your membership level, and
Is
you
that
will
above
have,
the fold?
It is above the fold,
Okay, good.
and you'll receive that and many other hours of great content.
And we still have some My Pillows left too, for people that sign up for an annual membership. You can get yourself a My Pillow, which is great at the holidays. And can we still guarantee delivery before Christmas at this point?
Ooh, could we, E?
I don't. I mean, it'd have to be fast. I mean, they'd have to.
Yeah, better sign up quick.
Right.
Better sign up quick. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And so she said, let me think about it as far as coming in studio. But
All right.
I think we got her, dude. I think
Good.
she's
That'd be fun.
yeah. Oh, can you imagine her sitting down in here with you and I? Oh.
Just doing stories,
Yep. Doing stories, shooting the shit.
doing fidget stories, dead babies, etc.
Sure. Speaking of people coming in studio, gross, I know. Zach Martinez coming in tomorrow.
Very good.
Yeah. Have you seen some of his
Funny man.
Matt Patricia
Yeah.
videos?
Yeah.
Dude, he's
He's smart to do
He
that.
got lucky as fuck because he just looks like him with the
Yeah.
beard and shit.
Well,
Like,
you knew people were going to start playing that game, right? But he
Well-
was smart to get out in front of it
yeah.
and do it well.
Well, he's got the same beard and stuff. And Matt Patricia gives you a lot of options because of his body type and the pencil
Mhm.
behind the ear. I mean, it just lends itself to parody. So he's been doing those videos for a while. And so it'll be fun to have him in. He's been in before. So that'll be fun. Moving on to other things. Les Moonves is not getting his money, dude.
Oh, what a surprise!
CBS,
huh?
yeah, they ruled it's not going to happen. I feel terrible for this guy. Absolutely terrible. I mean, he's got $800 million, but dollars personal wealth. But I mean, dude,
What's another 120, right?
yeah. I mean, I hope he can stretch it.
Is that what it was?
make work.
120 or 180?
It was $120 million golden parachute. If they found, because they hired 2 law firms, I think CBS did to do.
You better
Independent-
find Just Cause.
Yeah, and
Spend
that's
whatever time, take whatever expense you need. Find Just Cause.
And they found him to be evasive and not
shocking.
truthful. Yeah. He's like, oh man, they found that it was very, very credible that 4 women in that building had blown him like in his office at different times. And these were not relationships. These were just like transactional.
Back and calls. Sort of
Yeah.
things.
And so one of the things they found too was that they want to go through your computer or phone and see, that kind of stuff. And he's like, oh yeah, sure. And so he gave him his son's iPad. That's what he gave to investigators. His
How
son, like,
stupid! Like, does he think that they're gonna
Yeah,
buy
his
that?
other shit must just be so riddled with shit, though. He's like, huh.
Might as well try anything.
See if this will pass.
this ought to buy me a day or two. Figure something else out, So yeah, they said, I don't know what this is. He also, if they found there was not grounds to, just cause to keep this money, that $120 million, he would have also received an additional $65 million from vesting of long-term incentive rewards. So that would have been on top of that. So it would have been 185 million. He's not getting that money either. So they said that he can sue. He can, I don't know, file whatever and try to fight this. And his lawyer, it sounds like his lawyer wants to
Breach
do
of
that.
contract.
Yeah. And so his lawyer's all pissed off because like this shit was leaking to the leaks in this to the media. We didn't even know. Well, the media knew before we did what was going on. He's all pissed off about that. So I don't know. But yeah, there's that one chick that what was her name? Bobby Phillips, the girl we were talking about. It's like 95. She was trying to get a career and took that meeting in his office. And halfway through the meeting, he stood up and went, "Look how hard you make me." And then forced his dick in her mouth and all that. And that's the one he was. Yeah, I know. And he's like, if you be my girlfriend, any TV show you want,
Right.
I'll get you on there. And she was horrified and laughed, and it basically ruined her career from then. She did some little stuff, but nothing much. But yeah, that was the one he was really worried about. Really worried about when the Me Too thing started happening, and that's really got the investigation going. So a lot of these guys, though, I don't know how to feel about this one. Do you know Geoffrey Rush?
Yeah, I can picture who that is. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when you see him,
not exactly
you
sure
recognize
what
him.
he's been in, but yeah, totally picture him.
He played Captain Hector Barbosa in all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Yep. And he was in Gods of Egypt in 2016.
Good-looking guy, that's for sure.
2015, he's in Minions. He's the narrator voice of Minions. I know you've seen that. The King's Speech.
Yeah.
He's in that as.
Isn't that what put him on the map? Or
yeah, he's a true thespian. He's one of these artsy like
stage actors.
Theaters. Yes, I'm a theater actor. Finding Nemo. He was the voice of Nigel in Finding Nemo. I don't know which character that is.
I don't either.
Shakespeare in Love in '98. So yeah, but he's being accused of, harassment, sexual harassment against some girl. And this is a chick. She's struggled to come forward with this. She works for Netflix, I guess, doing the Orange Is the New Black.
God, look at him, man.
Yeah.
It's a handsome fella.
Gravity's just pulling it all down.
Yeah. But you recognize him, don't you?
Yeah, for sure.
So he's won an Academy Award.
Look at the hair too. Forget about the face.
I know.
Look how he blow dries and quaffs that lid.
I respect it.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he doesn't have a ton of options, but I think he would look worse if he just had it high and tight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Does kind of just go with his weird head.
And I love when I see guys like that. You see some scientist giving an interview and it's just fucking blown out, it's white haired. It's just like some Albert Einstein look.
Or
it's
Doc.
Back
to the Future.
Exactly like that. You know what? I respect that. This guy has errant hairs just growing 2 feet out of his head.
As long as they don't have that shit coming out of their nose and their ears.
Yeah.
Because so many of those guys do. The ones that allow their head to go errant. It's all like, God, I'm looking at your nose. How can you not at some point during the day glance into a mirror, some sort of reflection, a babbling brook, whatever it is? How can you not see that shit coming out of your nose?
Yeah, it drives me nuts if I have one.
And then the ear thing is different because you can't really see your ear exactly. But you got to take a look, man.
It's the eyebrows to me. When you've got the Andy, was it Andy Rooney or Andy?
Yes.
No, is that his name from?
Yeah.
Andy Rooney from 60 Minutes, and he's just got these wild, out of control caterpillars, and they're like crisscrossing and hanging in his eyes, and you're like, dude, how do you not just
palm to forehead at some point during the day and go, whoa?
Even do that move,
heck? Where you lick your 2 fingers and then
pinky and index.
Yeah.
And
look at that shit.
I mean, dude.
Oh my God, man! You could braid them. You could braid them together.
Yes, you could, and that almost looks like if he could be pulled over for that if he was driving.
Fuck, honestly, what the fuck is going on in your head that you allow your face to look like that?
Yeah,
like obviously you can't change your facial structure, but
I mean, maybe,
dude, your hair, those are your eyebrows, man.
Maybe it's his way of. It's a power play. Look at his ear hair too.
Oh my God,
that is a bush coming out of his ear.
You could literally take trimmers and put number 5 on there and go 5 on top.
Yeah.
Just across your eyebrow and trim it down.
You could. That's not even a joke, dude. You could literally
Oh my God, man.
And that ear, how does he hear? He must I would think that would make it hard to hear. And I think
that's a great dude.
If a cop pulled him over, he could cite him for impaired vision driving. You know what I mean? Like those things are hanging down.
Yes.
It's like, dude, you can't drive around like this.
What happens in the shower? Does it droop down over his eyes?
Yeah.
He has to push it out of the way.
Yeah.
Most people flip their hair out of the way. He's flipping his eyebrows out of the way.
This could be a power move though, where he knows it's like it's so distracting to whoever he's talking to. He can kind of dominate the conversation. As people are going, "What's up with that? Why would you do that?"
Zero fucks. Look at that guy.
That is a person who gives zero fucks. However, I'm surprised we don't see nose hairs dangling over that nose.
I am too. I'm shocked by that.
Yeah.
It just must not be growing, right?
He shaves his face. Look, you know.
Yeah.
He does shave it, so he's looking into a mirror at some point, or does he have somebody shave for him? Probably.
Maybe.
But why wouldn't that person suggest the brows and the ears?
Do you think anyone in his life has suggested, "Hey, man, I could take care of this ear hair. It's really out of control," or these?
No, I kind of like it. I kind of like the ear hair. Fucking asshole.
I mean, someone at some point has said to him, right? Like, dude, do you want me to take care of those eyebrows for you, or that ear hair? You got a bush coming out of your ear. I mean. Could do it.
I don't know. Are you so subordinate that you're afraid to say that?
I mean, he's got to have someone in his life that can keep him.
You got him locked down. You're like, I do his hair, you know. I shave his face and do his hair. I don't want him to find someone else.
Is he dead now? He's dead, right?
I think he did die recently.
Yeah. Do you think when they were preparing the body, like someone just fucking
leave those brows?
I know. Do you think someone's cleaned it up a little bit when he was in the casket? It's like, you know what? You think they just left it?
Yeah, I don't think they go out of their way like that.
And that doesn't die. Like the hair, won't that still be there like a million years from now? Like if we dug him up right now.
Is that a myth where it keeps growing for a little bit, or is that legit? You always heard that, right?
Yeah, I don't
know. For a couple
know.
more months it grows.
Really?
Just the proteins in your body or whatever the fuck it is.
You guys asked if he died just to make sure, but I mean, 2011.
Okay.
7 years ago. Whatever.
The venerable.
He got out just in time, too. #MeToo was right around the corner. God only knows.
Well, he had that racist shit, 15 years ago. Or something.
I was trying to think of what his scandal was.
Or maybe it was homophobe. Maybe it was both. Yeah, he said or did something that.
Yeah.
That
before we defamed
jolted him off the air.
Yeah, that's right. He was blown out, wasn't he?
Yeah.
There was some controversy.
I don't think he was blown out for it. I think you're wrong.
Unions.
But I think that because it was this thing that's back in the day before internet and stuff, so things didn't.
I thought he was taken off the air for a bit. That doesn't say that. Huh?
I didn't read that, but I remember. I thought we went through this once and we found out he was just suspended or something.
Suspended without pay for 3. Okay, so dude, he's off the air for 3 months.
But I'm saying,
in 1990 though.
But you would have been fired like a motherfucker right now. That was the point.
Because the negative publicity about him saying that too much alcohol, too much food, drugs, homosexual unions, cigarettes, all are known to lead to premature death. Homosexual unions.
Boy, that one doesn't. You know what I mean? It's like drugs, overeating, alcohol,
homosexual unions,
sucking guys' dicks. It all leads there.
He wrote an explanatory letter to a gay organization after being ordered not to do so. After only 4 weeks without Rooney, 60 Minutes lost 20% of its audience.
Wow.
CBS management then decided that it was in the best interest of the network to have him return immediately.
The gays will get over this.
No, you're right. If he said that today, they'll broomed for sure.
Okay. I don't know, man. I thought there was something else too, Jay. I'm kind of with you there, that there was some sort of scandal towards the end that got him blown out, but maybe not. Maybe not. So anyway, going back to Geoffrey Rush, you got this Netflix chick who is talking about how she's struggling to come to terms with the uncomfortable parts of working with him. So her name is Yale Stone. She's alleged to the New York Times that Geoffrey Rush sent her affectionate and flirtatious, flowery messages.
Whoa. What does that mean?
I don't know. She also made claims about his behavior during a 2010 production of The Diary of a Madman. He was a lead in that. She was like 25 years old. He's like 55 or something at the time.
And that's what every 25-year-old girl wants, 55-year-old dude who looks like Geoffrey Rush.
Sure. And she looked at him as a mentor. So it's one of these
she did.
It's one of these power things where I felt like I had to go along and not rock the boat, just getting my start. He would regularly, God, I hate that word, text her. And at times it would be 2 a.m. when the text started to get sexual. They became increasingly sexual in nature.
What happened around 2 a.m.? Is there something you think that triggered it for some reason?
It's closing time.
God, guys, dude, I swear to God, I really do. Even being a guy, like, I've done this before, not like because I'm not with a power move, but like drunk, and then I start going through my Facebook IM and be like, I wonder if there's a girl that maybe I could just, hey, what's up?
It's never a good idea. It just
know
isn't.
it's
You know what I
not,
mean?
It's just like
we've all been there, but it's just not a good
But
idea.
like we talk about the other things, like you don't get those from girls though. I don't get messages from girls at 2 a.m.
Girls just go to bed.
Yeah, exactly. And they go, oh, fuck this asshole again at 2:15. Gee, I wonder what he wants. He's disputing these claims and says they're incorrect and in some instances completely out of context. He said she was upset by the spirited enthusiasm I generally bring to my work and deeply regrets it if he caused her any distress.
Well, do we still have the messages, the flowery messages?
I don't know. I haven't seen them. I don't know if she's produced them, but in a statement to the Times, he said these allegations are baseless. So they're incorrect. However, clearly, Yale has been upset on occasion by the spirited enthusiasm. I sincerely and deeply regret if I caused her distress. This most certainly has never been my intention. Over the years, we have shared correspondence that always contained a mutual respect and admiration. As I've said in the past, I abhor any behavior that might be considered harassment or intimidation to anyone, whether in the workplace or any other environment. Now, the weird thing is, he would send her this, and she would respond right back and play along. So they're both. So from his perspective,
it's not unwelcome.
Yeah, and it was like there was some allegation of, oh my God, he walked out nude one time on set. I guess he was wearing a robe, like T-Roy or something, and his,
terry cloth thigh-high robe.
Yeah. Thigh-high robe.
Picture those skinny little legs. There's no way that guy has anything other than bony little white legs.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, of course. No definition.
Knees.
Muscle definition.
Probably hairless.
So she totally admits that, I
varicose veins.
I know. That's bad. Bunions.
Yeah.
And she's like, I totally played along and went, responded every time and in a flirty way with him. And I'm like, okay, well, you're both adults. It's just kind of shitty to come out. He didn't rape you, right? So #MeToo. And this guy's like, what the fuck, man? And if she's playing along the whole time, though, how's he supposed to know that this isn't welcome,
Mm-hmm.
Like if some girl's playing along, I don't know what you expect him to do.
Right. Of course he's going to come out in a terry cloth thigh-high robe.
Yeah. Once. And he's a method actor. He's a true thespian. It's just the male body. Who cares? It's nude and thigh-high robe.
Nude form.
Yeah. I don't know. I just read stuff like that, and I think that's more damaging to the movement because people will let her be in part. Oh, she's Me Too as well.
Right.
#Me Too. It's like, bitch, you got.
Oh, there is a wide spectrum of what has been included in Me Too, that's
yes.
for sure. Hey, insurance, we all need it. Most of us don't know what kind of coverage we have or who provides it. Well, let fellow TDC listener Brent Wasik from Wasik Insurance Services change all that. Brent has over 30 years in the business. He offers all types of insurance coverage, auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. Call Brent Wasik at 734-455-1900 and get a free, no-obligation quote today. Again, that's 734-455-1900. And I'd like to quickly welcome new members Bill and Joe.
Oh, yeah?
Just signed up.
Oh, very good.
No doubt to hear Mrs. Fady. Yeah, the more the merrier.
I think they'll enjoy it. Lorne Michaels, the reports are that he's sending Pete Davidson somewhere.
SNL creator, producer, what is he?
Executive producer, started SNL. It's sending him to treatment. He, after Pete Davidson posted, I guess, on Instagram, right?
A troubling Instagram message.
Yeah, but I don't even want to be on this earth anymore. Like, I got you, pal. I know how that feels. So the decision was taken to give Pete a break on Saturday night. His sketches were dropped before the early evening rehearsals. Lorne has pledged to help all he can, including sending Pete to get help. Everyone on the cast is hugely protective of him, and we're obviously upset, particularly Colin Jost and Michael Che, the Weekend Update guys, which is where Pete usually you see him the most is doing that. It's currently unclear where he'll be staying for treatment, but and now they're saying he refused. He told security, don't let that bitch in here, Ariana Grande. She was like downstairs at 30 Rock, and friends of hers texted Pete and were like, Ariana's on our way. She'll be there in a little bit. And he's like, hey, security? Yeah. Don't let her in. I'm not interested in seeing her. And so wouldn't even let her in the building. But,
Grande gets denied.
Smoking hot, man. How do you?
She's not.
Yes, she is.
To each his own.
She is.
You like elves? You like fairies? Couldn't she just fly up to the window with her little fairy wings?
Sure. I know. There's something odd about her. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
You recognize it?
Yeah. She's super fucking talented though.
Yeah,
funny.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not a fan of her voice. I just don't like it.
pull
very,
up Ariana
very
Grande
unique,
impressions.
Very unique voice, and it just kind of grates me.
Yeah, she does like
she's doing the impression.
Yes, dude. She sings like Britney Spears and then Christina Aguilera and whoever else. Like name the fucking person and she can sing like them.
Is this? This looks like maybe this is what you're talking about, or
maybe.
How about Shakira? How about Rihanna?
Oh, do you remember this bit on SNL?
Started over here, sir.
I
know.
It's like Spotify has gone down, and so people are tuning in. We need to put music out there. So we've lost the catalog, and so this intern.
Hold on, just really quick. She honestly looks more than. I'll give you 17.
Well,
she looks older than 17 to you.
Well,
does she?
But yeah, which is kind of the appeal. She isn't 17 though. Is she 25? Back it up, E.
Okay, but I'm really going a long way by saying 17. She really looks 14 to me.
Yeah, I know.
It's troubling,
yeah,
dude.
But she's not.
I understand she's not, but if she looks like that, aren't you by saying she's fucking hot, saying that you're finding a 14-year-old looking chick hot?
You said though, like if I wear a diaper or if I want my girl to wear a diaper and wet herself and I go in and like, oh, daddy's home. You think that's a pedophile. And it's like, nah, she's not. She's 35 years old, man.
Yeah, but something about that baby stage is turning you on.
No, not that one, E. Not that one, because that goes. The other one you had was great.
Okay.
Go ahead. Britney Spears channel. Back it up, E. Okay. Jesus, what are you doing?
Try not to watch SNL.
Mistake. I'm actually just very, very.
Oh yeah,
Italian.
we're gonna get dumped. You're right.
It's all right.
Well, can you do Shakira?
Shakira.
I can try.
That's pretty impressive.
Wow, that is.
She could do that for a lot of people. And she's over 21. So.
That was pretty good. Fuck, dude. For what's her name? Shakira.
Wherever.
Whatever happened to Shakira?
Dude, she married fucking Piqué of of Barcelona. She's rich as fuck, man.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know who Piqué is, but Barcelona soccer or football player, I'm assuming. God, terrible story a week ago, Jay. I was in New York at the time when it happened, but Fox 2 weather chick Jessica Starr committed suicide.
Yeah, this story is I'm sitting here rubbing my dry eyes from my LASIK surgery.
Yeah, I was going to ask you because you had that surgery done and you love it.
Oh my God, it's
life-changing.
Maybe the best money I've ever spent.
Really?
Yeah, it's great.
Were you worried at all? Like, dude, the thought of someone going in your eyes and
chopping up your eyes, it's very frightening.
Yeah. And I know this happens. This happened to Fellhauer's wife, Julie, had a horrible experience. And it sounds like, I don't know that we'll ever know why a mother of two, happily married, doing her career, would commit suicide. But the last post she sent out, referenced this LASIK eye surgery. She'd been off the air for like a month.
Right.
Tried to come back to work and then didn't.
I saw this story and I saw this final post saying she was having trouble with the LASIK. And I thought, God, what a stretch that you would connect that with LASIK.
I know.
But I guess they're coming out. There's an article today saying, there are these forums where people are saying some of the complications with LASIK and people are really getting depressed. A lot of people who are having problems with it. Because think about this, man, which I didn't. Like, you got to deal with the fact that this was elective. You just threw down a chunk of change. You're now in pain. It's your fucking eyesight.
Yeah.
That is frightening as hell.
Blurry. Because that's not something where it's like, at night my eyes get blurry. It's like, no, all the time.
Yeah.
You're seeing like that. And that would be.
It'd be tough to handle.
Yeah, it would be tough to handle. Because Anthony Cumia brought it up. And he and I were talking about this just a little bit. And I said to him, I was like, look, man, I don't want to shit on her. I know all the people on that Fox 2 morning show that she's on personally. And, but boy, it's hard to wrap your head around like LASIK.
I know.
Was the problem. That was my first thought.
Seems like a big stretch.
But, maybe it was.
Maybe it's like, it's the straw that broke the dromedary's back. I would guess there'd have to be other issues on top. Yeah.
I mean,
I wouldn't say that would alone break you, but
yeah. But you were talking about these people. I guess it's LASIKcomplications.com. There's some guy that got LASIK and it was botched, and he's dealing with the pain, excruciating pain, and dry eyes. I don't know what that.
Dry eyes is. I
exactly
am
what
dealing
it sounds like
with it right as we speak, and it does tend to you just get more dry in the winter. They tend to dry out, and you can. They say take some over the counter drops and takes care of it. I just don't have any on me. But the thing that happens,
I'm sure T-Roy's got some Visine in the house.
Right. The thing that happens to me is they get so dry that I get this little flutter in one of my eyes.
Oh, I hate that.
And
it's a weird feeling.
Yeah, it's really it was just happening a moment ago. It bugs the shit out of me.
Do you think that's because of the LASIK, or do you think you would be dealing with that?
No, it's LASIK. I never had it before.
Really?
Ever. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, these people are talking about how there's these dangers that come along with it. They don't explain it properly. My guess is they probably do.
They explain the fuck out of it. Come on. Don't explain it properly.
Yeah.
And if you as a patient, knowing that they're going to chop your eyeballs up, don't ask a few questions. Come on.
Yeah.
They totally explain it.
So New York Times did a story this year about the potential dangers and highlighted the suicide of a 27-year-old military veteran, as well as a Cleveland kindergarten teacher who needed a pain pump implanted in her abdomen for her constant eye pain. Houston man who said he is almost suicidal because it feels like there's hot grease in his eyes 24/7. Oh. So a study last year that involved 574 people, and the FDA, the National Eye Institute, Department of Defense found that less than 1% of individuals reported any difficulties at all performing their normal life things, going to work, whatever, after LASIK. And just
less than 1% said they had zero difficulties?
Less than 1% of individuals reported difficulties performing their usual activities following LASIK surgery. Dr. John Vukic, he's an eye surgeon. He says there have been 7,000 clinical studies published in peer-reviewed journals, and the patient-reported satisfaction rate is 96% or greater. Literally millions of people's lives are enhanced from this. It's so safe that when something does happen, it causes a lot of attention.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, that's just you hear about stuff like that, these weird cases where this happens, and like I said, it happened to Julie Fellhauer, where it was awful. It was awful. It was life-altering.
The reason, not that I have had the money for it necessarily, but it is a reason I have not looked into it more than I have. I know that they're rare. I know that most people like them, but it's just like you said, if it happened and you're like, I made a choice to do this. It wasn't like
totally
the doctor told me like, oh, you have a knee issue, and now it's like, what if I went in?
Yeah, it'd be tough to deal with.
I mean, think about it. If something had happened to you as an attorney, all the shit the amount of stuff
Braille,
you have
baby.
to read,
Braille.
You would have to go to Braille, right? You couldn't take a month off and like me right now,
Braille. How the fuck does Braille even work?
Ugh,
I know.
I
mean, I get how it works, but how really you can distinguish between all those little dots?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I know, it is amazing, but I don't think you want to learn it now. I don't want to learn it now. And what would I do if I got that surgery done and I'm just seeing blurry all the time and in pain? This show's done. I can't read Braille to do this show. Like, dude,
maybe I'll look into Braille.
Why don't you check out Morse code while you're at it?
Yeah, Braille, huh?
I wonder how long it would take.
Yeah, but Morse code
learn.
Is obsolete. Braille is used today.
It's on the ATM is where I notice it most.
Yeah.
Look
at that shit, huh? Of course, everybody can tell us a T from an S. Can you? Look at that. There's just one little dot.
Yeah. So it's one dot up top for A,
are tough, man.
B, C.
Look at how
I think you can learn this.
Look how distinguishable X is. X never gets used. Why wouldn't they put X as something like T? You know what I mean?
Yeah, T is a pain in the ass.
T and S are a pain in the ass.
It's like they need one more row where you can put a dot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the T would work if you did the line down the middle and just made a T.
Wouldn't that be nice?
So you're telling me when they read something, they have to read letter by letter. They're not reading words.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
I don't. So it seems like certain things, like you, couldn't you just be a U?
Right.
Like, I mean, just O could be an O.
Kind of what they did with Q. They were like, fuck it, just use all the dots. That's a Q.
Like, O could be all the outside dots. U could be.
I'm telling you, they need a third row, dude, because then it would work. You're right. But I think you could learn that, though. I think with a little practice, you could be reading in Braille. Save your eyes, Jay.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they are overworked. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Just shut them.
Just shut them.
Just shut 'em.
My hands go up.
What is Jay doing? He's reading Braille. Oh, I didn't know your dad was blind. Oh, no, he's not. He's got 20/20, but he just wanted to learn Braille. He's saving his eyes. Laughing out loud as you're reading shit. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, I didn't see that coming.
Oh, and then here's these are like
Oh, now it's gonna
full words.
Contractions or whatever.
Wait, but is just B. That's the same thing as B. You can't have. Is it but or is it B?
Wait a minute, that's a good point.
What the fuck, man?
And that C is not can and
Yeah, that is T. What?
Dude, are we sure Braille works?
Look at knowledge.
What if we've been lied to this whole time? It's just been a scam and nobody reads Braille? Because this doesn't make sense at all anymore.
All right, sign language or Braille? Which one should I learn in 2019?
Sign language. I think sign language would be sweet.
To get a job signing for the local police department.
Because what is it? I think this is Jew.
Oh, yeah, the curly.
Yeah, they just do the curly thing. Yeah, sign language would be sweet. That'd be fun.
Everybody knows sign language, though.
Sure.
Nobody knows Braille.
You respect the guy that can do that, though, really fast?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you're like, God, I wish I could do that. Be cool, man.
Hey, it's December, which means all the good boys and girls get a visit from Santa himself, and Zotford and Jolly Holly is celebrating its Built for the Holidays sales event. That means you pay what they pay. You don't have to be an employee to get employee discounts on select vehicles. For example, lease a new 18 Ford Escape as low as $123 a month. No plan, no problem. Or lease a new 18 Ford F-150 Super Cab 4x4 as low as $144 a month. No plan, no problem. Don't delay, because once St. Nick finishes his holiday gift giving, Zotford's Built for the Holidays sales event will be finished too.
Hey, did you see these pictures that were posted by these three guys, Rob, Freestone, and a couple other guys?
Yeah, these knuckleheads out in California.
Yeah, they're in either Paradise or the campfire. Yeah, and they're part of the cleanup crew out there. And I guess it was like a month ago, but it's picked up traction now, and they've been fired because they were posting pictures and making comments, kind of joking about, you know,
just being cocksuckers. Yeah, they're in like
dicks.
Yeah, people's burnt down homes. Or I saw one where they're in a burnt out RV. The RV nature of it caught my eye, obviously, because that's where I want to retire. And they're sitting in just a burnt out RV, like, oh, here we go, on a cross country trip. And then this asshole's sitting on what is that, a mailbox?
It's a mailbox that's a fire truck, you know. And it says,
taking a ride from a fire truck today.
I don't know why that one. I mean,
that's not even funny.
No, they're douchebags.
Yeah.
All these posts are just douches.
Boy, there's your RV.
Yeah. They're off on a fun-filled vacation to unknown destinations in their new RV. And look at that thing, man. Like, it took me a minute. I didn't read the caption. I'm like, is that a pontoon boat? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, it looks like almost looks like
a duck boat.
Yeah. And so, they're sitting in this burned out shell carcass, totally fried, and like one's shotgun and one's driving off in their RV.
Insensitive, yes, but that big a deal?
I know, right?
That's how that's what I was just gonna say. Like,
this is monstrous behavior,
reprehensible.
They should be charged. Like, with what?
That's the other. You're right. Charged with what?
Tell me,
fucking douchebags.
Yeah, they're dorks who think they're funny. Dude, police are now saying they will pursue criminal charges.
For what?
Against the guy who posted these pictures on Facebook. I was going to ask you. I have no idea. Can you be charged for being a dick?
I know.
I don't know that you can. There was one that really bothered people, was the cat.
Oh, that was a cat? Oh, it's like like a squirrel, but.
Yeah, no, it was a cat.
Oh, yeah, dead cat.
Dead cat burned out, and they've taken a beer bottle that was laying on the ground and put it up to the cat's mouth. Dude, I was just chilling with my homies, having a couple cold ones, and bam, damn fire breaks out.
What a douchebag.
Dude, how could you possibly think you're going to post that?
God. I mean, so stupid.
Honest to God.
Who are these people? I want to know who the people who are that made these laughing remarks.
The laughing
I'd like to see what the 9 comments are, because there's 9 comments that I bet they're all,
Rob, you're fucking hilarious.
There's probably that guy, but there's probably a lot of like, you insensitive prick. What's the matter with you? I don't remember. Was it 78 people died in the campfire one, and 38 died in Paradise? This town is leveled. Everybody lost their home.
What is the crime here, though?
Yeah, I have no idea. They don't even say. They're going to be the Paradise Police Department confirmed that they will be consulting with the district attorney's office
Some
before
sort of
opening.
trespass, maybe if they're not where they're supposed to be. But what? That's stretching it.
Yeah, especially if the whole place is burnt out. They're part of the crew cleaning up.
Yeah, but what's that mean to be part of the crew? You know what I mean? Like maybe they
I don't know.
Grounds they're not supposed to. I don't know.
Yeah, they have been fired. From their job.
There you go.
Crane
There's
company.
the consequence. Can't throw them in jail.
No, you can't. What are you gonna fine them for being insensitive? The big crane and rigging. So that's what it was, and they were calling it reprehensible, absolutely atrocious. And I'm like, yeah, it is. They're dicks. They got fired, but I just don't understand how people can be like. I had to think really hard about my tweet about Chicago shootings, mass shooting at the hospital. I was like, oh, I didn't know they renamed the hospital to, or South, or whatever, South Chicago Hospital. And it was like, too soon, whatever. But then it's like, I don't really have a boss that can fire me. So, I'll let it fly. We'll see how this plays out. But these guys, how do people not know yet that you can't fucking... Seriously, like if it's a 15-year-old boy, maybe you go, okay, they're just dumb. They don't know.
They don't give a fuck.
It's 50-year-old men.
I know. Maybe it's a $18 an hour job. He's like, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
They're probably wandering around looking for shit to pilfer, to be honest.
Another lawsuit has been filed against two companies, including the makers of Fortnite and NBA 2000.
Yeah, the Carlton Dance, huh?
Yeah. I don't know what you sue for here. It's Alfonso
his
Ribeiro.
Using his likeness without his permission.
And they are doing it. They're calling it like the Fresh.
And I will tell you, when I first saw this flash up on our TV when Russell used to play Fortnite, I immediately, oh shit, that's the Carlton Dance.
Yeah. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Everyone knows that dance. Do you have a video of that dance? He did it first, I think, on the 1991 Christmas special, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
This is just like a compilation of them, but
God, he looks like a black Vincent Piorsini, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Here he goes. He's looking around to see if anyone's watching.
Nope.
It's not unusual. Look at him go. Look at that son of a bitch.
Is someone gonna walk in on him?
Look at him go. Didn't that son of a bitch get his start on the Pepsi commercial with Michael Jackson?
Yes, totally.
So he's always been able to dance.
Yeah. So I don't know if that was written into the script or if he just brought that himself or if it meant he's trying to copyright it though. He's in the middle of copywriting it now. And so it's like
an artistic work.
I guess. He claims that they're unfairly profiting from using his likeness and from exploiting his protected creative expression.
Yeah.
So you got Fortnite made by Epic Games.
How do you put a value on that though? Fortnite is so big and so grand, and this is one of the many dances you can do
right
after you shoot your opponent.
Well, if they've sold 78 million games, and is Fortnite the one that was free?
Yeah.
But they were like the first to do that. Like just give the game away and then have in.
Yeah, I don't know if they were the first to do it, but they certainly, they did it successfully.
Right. And so I guess I don't play it, so I'm not familiar with it all. But I guess you can buy these emote thing. They call them emotes, and like the dancing ones. And so they've got a bunch of different ones. And there's a couple rappers that are suing too. Like fuck, man.
Oh, you have to buy those dances?
I think so.
Okay.
And so if you've sold 78 million games,
you can totally calculate it.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, the game provides in-game purchases like dances called emotes, which have become so popular. Teens all over are making their own videos.
Yeah, but is the first person who did the floss gonna sue over that?
I know, right?
The loser dance.
If everybody,
are they?
Yes.
He's suing it.
This kid is not happy about it either.
So what?
Good job, backpack kid here. Probably know me for doing the floss.
There he goes.
All right, so I did that dance a couple of years ago. It started blowing up on the internet, and then season 3 of Fortnite, it went into the game. Ever since they put it in the game, the dance has gotten bigger and bigger ever since.
Every 10-year-old kid knows how to do this.
All right, so today I'm gonna watch some videos of people doing the floss, and I'm gonna critique them. All right, first.
So, but do you have a legal claim to a body movement? Can someone sue if you do the dab?
I
mean, there's
have
just
to like Bing copyright law basics, but I think that you can probably, it's an artistic work, right? So you'd have to go through some process of proving it's yours.
I mean, I get it like musically, where you can go, my lyrics or this composition, structure of notes is mine.
Why can't you transfer that to dance then? If
I-
you get it
well,
musically.
I don't know. I don't know, but it just seems like, I mean, we've never seen it before, but it's an interesting case because there's no doubt that they're, and I think they're calling that the Fresh or something. So obviously a reference to the Fresh Prince.
The owner of a copyright and a choreographic work has the exclusive right to publicly perform a dance, to make, sell, or distribute copies of the dance, to prepare adaptations or derivative works based on the dance, and to publicly display the dance. You can copyright a dance.
Wow. So if Michael Jackson wanted to, he could sue Bruno Mars for doing the moonwalk on stage or something.
Was he the first one to do the moonwalk?
I thought Jackson was.
I don't know. I wouldn't doubt if that was invented by some dude in the New York street,
Yeah.
some break dancer or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was the first one that obviously made it popular, but
NBA 2K sold the game, and that many refer to as the Carlton Dance as an in-game purchase, and then the other is So Fresh, it's called. Obviously a play on the Fresh Prince. So I don't know, it'd be interesting to see how those go, because it sounds like a lot of other people are lining up, coming out of the woodwork to sue as well. Yeah, crazy. Did you see this kid? That 16-year-old boy, he won a contest, like put his name in a drawing from a purchase, and got a winning ticket to the so-called Sex Island Festival in the Caribbean. His just name was Brian. And he's not old enough, but he traveled to the island off Venezuela from his home in New York, had sex, took drugs, drank for the first time, and he entered a competition for a ticket with his dad's credit card without telling him he was given permission to attend the event, which organizers of this thing say unlimited free sex is the deal. And so he said he's now saying in an interview that he's fallen in love with the chick he met there, the first chick he banged.
Nice. Fell in love with a whore.
Yeah, I fell in love with one of the women I met there, and I now want to marry her. 16. Oh, boy. It was incredible. So amazing that I want to cry just thinking about it. I had sex for the first time, alcohol for the first time. I did drugs for the first time. I was really nervous, but the other guys there did everything to help me out.
So he basically went on spring break is what he did.
Yeah. He was nervous. They put his mind at rest.
Honestly, is this that far from 16-year-olds going on spring break?
Well, I think it's a little better. He's having three-ways, and I mean,
but it's not like you that headline grabs your attention, right? But think about it. Think about how many kids just go on spring break, have sex for the first time, get high for the first time, don't get drunk for the first time, but get drunk for about the 400th time.
You're not banging pros though, dude. These are adult women. I'd
rather go on spring break and not bang pros.
Yeah. All right. He says the guys here, and everyone there at the island, they become my family. They're like family to me.
The marriage is the biggest thing to me, dude.
Is this guy autistic? Honest to God.
I don't know. Well, I'll show you some pictures in a second here. Every guest was allowed to choose two girls who would spend an entire vacation with them. One of my girls was Andrea, and I fell in love with her.
Just happened to fall in love.
I wanted to be my girlfriend.
It's written in the stars,
Andrea performed incredible sex acts on me.
How does he know?
We had a threesome with another girl. I want to marry her. And she says she wants to come live in the United States. I kept her number and hope to see her again soon. Oh, man. You're going to get used for your
ticket to the States.
Status, yeah.
How does he know that they were incredible? I mean, dude, he's never had it before. Like
he dug it, though, man.
I'm sure she was
good.
You
don't have to have sex 10 times to know it was, come to think of it, that first time was pretty sweet, too. So, listen to this kid. He cannot wait to go back to school after Christmas so he can show everybody in school the pictures he took. I want all the kids who laugh at me at school to see how much of a man I am. That's a quote.
Oh, boy.
I have two girls and they have none.
Pull up a pic. I got to see this kid.
That were paid for. I mean, here he is. Looks like with some of the.
Why does he look like Big E?
I know. He's kind of doughy and Sneech-like, and he's got sort of a plume going. Look at him with these two chicks laying on him. That would be dope to go back to school after Christmas break.
Yeah. But I mean, it would be if you were like maybe already kind of cool. Like if he's referencing people making fun of him and laughing at him, and then you're just going like, I mean, all you did
sex
is
with prostitutes,
right? Like it's not the name.
So what he did is you could get entered into this drawing.
can't believe he was allowed to-
there were thousands and thousands
Look
of
at that
entries.
tooth to gum ratio.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
very biggie like.
It's 1-to-1.
So he bought this phone case, Sex Island phone case, and the Sex Island backpack, which gave him 2 entries into the drawing. And so he used his dad's credit card to buy those, got the entries, and fucker won.
Wait a minute,
There were
why?
thousands and thousands of entries, and this 16-year-old wins. So but once his dad found out about this trip, I was like, oh man, how's
Why
dad
did
gonna
his
react?
dad not win, by the way? I mean, it doesn't even say
Well-
his name on the credit card.
He wanted to come with me, but obviously he can't. It was my trip. Get it in there. Get your dong out of here.
Good question, Isis. How did it get in this kid's name?
Like, I don't even understand how he wasn't his credit card. Why doesn't it just say John Johnson wins and not Brian
Well,
Johnson?
maybe you use like the Radio
Brian
for One
Johnson.
Studio's credit card, and then they ask you to fill out your name, and he fills out his name.
Yeah, there you go. My friends are so jealous of me. I want to have sex for the first time. Losing my virginity is really important to me at this time of my life. My mom hasn't spoken to me since she found out about it. I did so many things over the weekend which I'll never forget. I salsa danced with topless women. I played strip tennis with the girls taking off their clothes as we played. It was amazing. But the best part was the sex. I didn't expect that I would like it so much, but I absolutely love it. It's an awesome feeling.
He didn't expect that he would like it so much. Why? If it was so important to him, why wouldn't he assume it was
Yeah.
going to be awesome?
Who didn't
Like,
expect that would be awesome, honestly.
I absolutely loved it. He's like, on the first night, the 2 girls got me drunk and I had sex for the first time in my life. It felt so good. I didn't know what to do, but they did it for me.
I want to know how long it lasted.
Well, he was drunk and high. It's like, what is wrong with these organizers at Sex Island in Venezuela? Like, yeah, he's 16. Well, might as well load him up with drugs and alcohol, and let him fuck a bunch of chicks.
Yeah, his dad
Venezuela,
won
dude.
with his dad. It was his dad's credit card.
His dad's in that picture, like,
I
it's
know.
my boy. God, could you imagine if
No.
Russell came to you and was like, you ain't gonna believe this, man.
Eh.
I mean, if Russell was my kid, I'd be like, "Atta boy, go get it, hit
Would
it hard,
you?
make me proud." Yeah.
Would
fuck.
you do that?
Oh hell
no,
yeah!
honestly.
Take him to the airport. Yeah.
Would you? You'd send your 16-year-old off to Sex Island
Yeah,
in
maybe.
Venezuela? Would you?
I probably would, but I don't have a child, so I can't. I don't
Well,
have that
I'm asking you
attachment.
to. I'm asking you to really imagine that. Really, it's your son.
Yeah, he's a
16
good
years
boy.
old.
But is he a good boy or is he grounded all the
He's a
time?
good kid.
He's a
you
good
know?
kid.
Good kid. Got a nice future in front of him.
Does he
Would
have
you send him to Sex
good-
Island,
good-
Venezuela?
Does he have good grades? Is he popular?
He's fine. You know,
Because
middle of the road.
if he's Biggie, I say yes, go. Because you can get legendary status. All of a sudden, your whole game changes in school. People are nice
But
to
to
you
E's
now.
point, do you though? You were in that position. Like, had you gone to Sex Island, do you think you would have immediately been lauded and celebrated by your peers?
I don't know.
Hell yeah.
I have no idea what would have happened.
People
with
probably would have been like, yeah, they probably would have been jealous and been like, fuck you.
I think that would honestly what would happen is there would be some underlying jealousy, but then they would just turn it into, oh yeah, that's the loser who went
Dork,
to.
you
like,
had to go there to get
yeah,
laid.
like I think it would actually. I don't believe
Yeah,
that the cool kids would all of a sudden be like, fuck yes.
I
Right.
think they would. This story's picked up and it's international. Kids in the papers. I think it's game changing for him. And he's doing drugs, drinking. His dad's cool with it. He's banging chicks. I think it's going to change his whole game. It's going to give him some
I wish his
swagger.
dad did make a comment in this story. Like when he says, like, who got the email? Like, did he get an email? Like you're right, you said maybe use his dad credit card, but it says, what email do you want to use? I want to use
yeah,
my
I wouldn't get so
email.
hung up on that aspect of it.
It is to
It
me.
happened, you know.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm hung up on.
And it's Venezuela.
Honestly, Jay.
Is that where he lives, Venezuela? You said
No, New York. And he went to Venezuela.
Okay.
Pay attention, E. In truth, being totally truthful, I probably would not let my son go. I know I joke about it, but I'm trying to think
drugs
of like
and alcohol and
I'm thinking of like
prostitutes. like,
Marshall and Madison and Reed and like when I'm around Marshall and it's like anything he does, I'm like, no, don't, no, oh, give me your hand, look both ways. I'm like constantly that guy. So could I see sending Marshall off to Sex Island at 16? Probably not, which is a bummer. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Ask your dad. Maybe he'll let you go to Sex Island. But I think it's going to change this kid's life. I really do.
Maybe to the Astronom file.
Yeah.
Have to check on him.
Maybe we should try to find him. Maybe we should.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we should try to find
We
his number.
should. I think we should also look back and find that fucking kid who drove 138 miles an hour up I-75.
Do we
Remember,
know-
we were going to give that some time.
Yeah. Do we
Let
have
it
his
marinate.
Do we have his
It
name?
wasn't in the initial reports, but I think we should do a little digging and find that
Okay.
kid. Because I think there's more to that story.
Well, cop friends, I know it's not terribly legal, but
Well,
cops can find that information, and maybe they.
A couple clicks of the mouse.
Are you throwing out the bat signal, Mike?
Wink, wink. Maybe we could have one of our boys.
A couple clicks of the mouse.
Yeah, there you go. So we'll try to do that. But yeah, see if you can find his name and stuff in that story, or his dad. Because no, they only named the kid as
That's what I was
Brian.
gonna say. They didn't say his
shit.
Right.
Maybe look in the New York papers and see if they identify him there. Because
we find the flight manifest to Venezuela.
There you go.
Does your money work as hard as you do? You will spend upwards of 45 years working to support your lifestyle, provide for your family, and set aside money for your retirement. Let Mark Leibovitz at LPL Financial help to make sure your money is working as hard as you are. Call today. Tell them you're a friend of the show for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation. 248-626-2000. Ask for Mark.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
Hey, let's take a quick time out, Jay, and then we're going to talk about some gangrenous genitals.
Oh, God, dude. I saw that.
Right. And Chris Watts, the guy that murdered his wife and who was pregnant and his 2 kids.
He's getting love letters in jail.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Now that's what fucking pisses me off, dude.
Yeah, that guy's scorny.
Cannot fathom these girls that will write love letters to people in prison
the Menendez
for
brothers
fucking murder, and they're in there for rape, and they're in there for all this
is
shit.
my point about the 16-year-old kid and how he's going to be more popular, because women tend to go like for notorious. You know, it's like, oh, he's a recognized commodity.
That is a good point.
And so it's like,
you're
dude,
right.
That's why the Menendez brothers would, they murdered their parents.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they would get letters. So I think this.
I think going to Sex Island is a different level.
No, you know what,
this
dude?
is a weird psychological thing.
No, you know what? Mike's right, man. There's girls in high school. All of a sudden, if they want to have sex for the ones that are having sex, no. And now they have a guy who's like all these high school bullshit guys. Now they know this dude's been with some professional women.
He's gonna be holding court.
These high school bullshit guys you're referring to also are banging chicks. They're banging those chicks.
I'm talking about the girls. Like, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the girls are gonna bang him more because now they feel like he's been with
prostitutes.
But they don't.
Hey,
I'm not. I don't
Sex
care.
Island, they're not
that's
prostitutes.
My opinion is that I think girls will see that they're like, oh my god, he's been with somebody.
Hell yeah. So we'll talk about Chris Watts' mistress and what's going on with her. I did not know he was getting letters, but it doesn't surprise me. So we'll get to that and more next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. continues now, bitches. Here are Mike and Jay.
Alrighty. Welcome back to the show. Mike and Jay. Mentioned Chris Watts, dickhead who murdered his wife.
Bastard.
She was a few months pregnant.
Shannon.
2 little girls. Shannon, yeah. It was a weird name. Did we determine it was Shannon and not Shannon? Like it was spelled different.
Like I said, I watched some short little vignette on ABC News or something, and they were calling her Shannon the whole time.
Yeah.
Strange.
He had a chick that he started banging like a month before the murders, Nichol Kessinger.
Well, we also had that gay guy come forward, the gay prostitute, saying that he had given him money for lip injections, and this guy had an absurd picture on Instagram or something.
Why did that story go away?
I don't know.
Because there was some credibility there with what he was saying, and his mom vouched for him about that.
And
but
supposedly taken to a cabin in Wyoming, and Chris just had his way with him.
Oh, my word. Well, Nicole Kessinger, maybe the story got juicier there because of all the anal stuff that she was searching. Remember, she was searching like a week before the murder. She was searching wedding dresses. And then the night before, she was searching how to do anal. She was watching anal videos. And what was the other one she was searching? Oh, she was watching 3-ways and stuff. So she was a gamer.
She was also searching like how to parlay that into some sort of celebrity, right? There was some sort of.
She was wondering like how do people feel about Amber Fry?
Yes, Amber Fry. That's what it was.
Who was the mistress of Scott Peterson, who did the same thing, killed his wife and their unborn baby Connor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so it was like, how much is she worth?
Yeah.
Do people like her? Stuff like that, knowing that eventually I'm going to be in the spotlight too. And how did it go for her? Well, Amber Fry felt like a victim, like she came forward with the family.
With Gloria Allred by her side.
Gave that horribly tearful apology, had no idea. This guy, Scott Peterson was living an amazing double life and had this chick totally fooled. And then she recorded him. Remember, that's how Scott Peterson, that whole thing came undone. Remember, he's like, yeah, I'm in France. It's New Year's Eve. You got to see it, babe. It's unbelievable.
That's right.
He was still in, straight out of Stockton or wherever they were from in California.
Right.
Yeah, remember that? And so she recorded all those calls with him that the feds had tapped. And so anyways, I don't think Nicole's going to get the same treatment. In fact, she's getting a whole lot of death threats and stuff. And they've said, all right, we're going to put her in witness protection.
Witness protection?
Yeah. Yep. She said it will be hard for her to go out in public for years due to the abuse and slander she's dealing with, several threats, public shaming, and could be considered one of the most hated women in America.
Dude, this chick has not been on my radar at all.
No,
me
either.
Since you
did
when this story 2 weeks ago or something.
When it's you in the story, it feels like the whole world cares and is paying attention. Because I agree, like, I was interested that she was a total gamer and up for anal and stuff. That was pretty cool.
There's
but
any number of political commentators around the country who probably are at greater risk than this chick.
Yeah, I mean, and why would people be?
Dude,
the whole death threat thing, I just don't understand it. Like, what? Oh my God, you hooked up with this guy. He told you he was single, and actually, what he told her was that they were getting a divorce, and
they were estranged.
The wife wasn't interested in trying to work it out, and so I'm moving on with my life. And she's like, oh, cool. And apparently everything that he told her was a lie. She doesn't know what's real and what's not. So she plans to start fresh with a new name, new town, ultimately a
What's
new
the new
identity.
name going to be? What's the new town going to be?
It's going to be Jeff Galooly.
Jeff Stone.
Jeff Stone.
I'm so interested.
I am no longer going to be Jeff Galooly. I wanted to make this announcement publicly. I will be now known as Jeff Stone. So people will leave me alone.
I'm very interested in the idea of the witness protection program and how it works. I don't know if it probably is something out there, but if there was like an awesome Netflix documentary on how that shit works, it would be very interesting to me.
I think they hook you up with like a place and money because I don't think you can work.
Well, we saw what happened with the Crab Man and my cousin Earl. He got dropped off in town.
Yeah.
That was a great storyline, like, dude. In the end,
do I still like cheese? Not if you want to stay alive, you don't.
This happened to Johnson too.
Yeah.
Johnson, our friend Johnson, ended up and they son of a bitch take it to San Diego. Still there now, and
I'll be damned.
I think he's out of the protection mode. And he's back to himself. But
being serious, or
yeah. He got mixed up with some. He was running like a small gambling ring out of the office.
Yeah.
And some people owed him some money. They got their asses handed to him on a particular Sunday, and they weren't paying up. And he was like, "You got till 9 a.m. to fucking pay me." And I think Johnson went out with a bowling ball and smashed a window of a guy's nice car.
Oh, Johnson.
Just to send the message that I ain't fucking around. You know what I mean?
Bowling ball.
Something like that, or a brick.
Yeah,
Like,
brick would seem a little better.
Johnson was telling me, he's like, fucking these sons of bitches ain't gonna pay up when they owe. And Johnson's not. He's a wisp of a man.
He is a tiny little man. He's
hilarious.
Sort of looks like an offspring of Jamie Farr, right? Klinger from MASH, right?
Sure.
Maybe a second cousin to Jamie Farr.
Sure, he's just a sweetheart of a man.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's what
guy.
is he? A 22-inch waist?
Maybe. Yeah.
Probably got a huge dong. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but
you're right. He probably does.
You know, wouldn't you just picture
huge
like
dong.
fucking? Of course, Johnson's got a massive hog. Jesus Christ,
dude.
But yeah, he said something like, "I fucking went out there and showed you cinder block fucking asshole. Pay your shit." And so there was something to do
Someone
with that.
took issue with that,
and feds got involved, and they fucking they tried to connect him with the the Gambino mafia family, which is why this all went. Johnson finds himself. He's in the shower one day. All of a sudden, there's a fucking knock at the door. FBI, open up. He's like, "Yeah, I'll be out in a minute. I'm in the shower." You know, and
FBI, open up. I'll be out in a minute.
I'll be out in a minute, man. I'm taking a shower. And so, they ended up, they let him put pants on. They probably saw the size of that hog. We're like,
dog.
dude,
we can't take this outside.
Nah, you put some fucking pants on, sir, and a t-shirt. And he was hauled out of there. And yeah, it was not good. It was not good. So, I can't remember the full story, but he was wrongly accused. I don't think he was part of the Gambino crime family.
A little lower level operation, maybe.
Yeah, just a bit. But I think they had to give him a new name and shit for a while. And,
wow.
Yeah, it was a big deal. It was a big deal. So this chick, Nicole Kessinger, she spoke with investigators for nearly 2 hours at the police station. She decided to reach out herself to them after ending her relationship with Chris because of the lies he'd been telling her the past 8 weeks. She was adamant about the fact she never would have pursued a relationship or even agreed to a date had she known he was still with his wife. She's worried what would happen to her once she was revealed to be the other woman. My name has been slandered for probably a while now. I don't know how long it's going to take to heal, but I would not be surprised if it's going to be hard to go out in public sometime for a couple of years.
This seems very much like an overreaction here. Witness protection?
I know.
Like, dude, give it 15 more minutes and you are way off the radar of anyone. Anyone.
Yep.
Well, but for the anal searches, we would.
I know, right? But she also, they posted the pictures of her like in her lingerie. Like,
yeah, but that was just from like I don't know that I've ever seen her face, seen her ass in lingerie, but
yeah, it was pretty decent ass.
Can you picture her
Not
face?
Not really. Honestly, I've seen her. There are pictures out there. They're not great.
Ask me in 2 days what her name is. I'll be like,
dude, I know, right? I don't know either. But it must be something where she's just feeling it in her town.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's in the papers a lot. There's a lot of talk around town. She feels like everyone's looking at her, talking about her. I mean, she's just hypersensitive to the story.
That's Shannon, dude.
Oh, okay.
That's the now deceased Shannon.
Exactly.
But doesn't he, like, when I heard that guy was getting love letters in jail?
I think that's Nicole.
That's Shannon, man.
I don't think that is Shannon.
It says Chris Watts with Nicole.
Let me see. That was absolutely Shannon. Unless he got a Shannon. That's Shannon. Unless it's a goddamn lookalike.
Is it? Is that Shannon?
Yes, it's Shannon. Bring up another one.
Yeah, why would he be taking photos like that or allowing photos to be taken of him?
Yeah, he was just a happy dad there.
Oh, I don't know why.
Driving off to soccer practice.
Is that her then, I guess?
That might be the same girl.
When I heard he was getting love letters, I thought gay dudes for sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's probably getting that too.
Doesn't he look gay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Thought that the whole time.
A little bit. She says, people aren't going to understand this. You know, they're going to say, oh, you're the woman that had an affair with this man who took out his whole family. He's disgusting. I'm so ashamed of him and everything.
Why don't you not talk to the press, move, 30 miles away from you are presently.
Not even have to go that far.
Fine. You'll be fine.
Move down the block.
Whatever your name was.
Yeah, Nicole, was it Nicole Kessinger? I literally don't remember.
I think it was Nicole.
Yeah. Can you find her butt picture, lingerie photo? Nicole lingerie.
Hey, while you do that, everybody, please use our affiliate links. You'll see our Amazon and Groupon links above the fold at DetroitCast.com. Click on them, shop away. It doesn't cost any more, of course. The key is, though, that you're clicking through our links. Also, make sure you're shopping MyPillow.com For all your betting-related needs, use TDC code. That's TDC for the Detroit Cast. Use it at checkout for the very best discount.
All right.
Got anything, Isis?
Well, we were struggling to spell lingerie.
Lingerie?
Lingerie, yeah. It fixed it for us, but Isis is struggling to find the butt picture.
Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, you think that would be everywhere.
What's her name again?
Nicole Kessinger. She could move down the block, and it'd be fine. It'd be like, oh yeah, the girl that was hooking up with that guy that took out his family used to live in that house.
Nicole Kessinger images. Okay, let's see.
We only knew where she went.
Yeah, I've never seen this chick in my life. I've never seen her, dude.
Yeah, pull it up there, E. Let everyone see it. There it is. Not terrible, right?
It's hard to tell.
I mean, she's kind of propping it up.
See? Have you ever seen that face?
No.
I've never seen that face.
No. Yeah, she's not.
She's
good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and she's up for anything, dude. You can literally do anything. She's up for threesomes, anal, whatever.
Yeah.
So she's a gamer. But yeah. I don't know. I think you're probably right though. Overreaction. I mean, we all know what Amber Fry looks like. I couldn't tell you. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to pick her out of a lineup of two.
No.
Mentioned before the break too. This we're going to talk about a gangrenous Panoose.
The old man died from this, Mike.
Yeah.
Taken out by a gangrenous Panoose.
This is
dick
a
and balls?
nightmare.
Dick and balls?
It's got to be. Yeah, it wouldn't just stick to the dick.
It was a failure to clean him. He's in a goddamn nursing home. Nobody cleaned him.
84-year-old vet. Yep.
That's awful.
Died after he developed gangrenous infection in his dick and balls. Now his family alleged the nursing home where the veteran lived ignored the condition until it was too late.
Can you imagine the smell? Oh my God, the smell, Mike.
Poor little York spratling.
Oh, Yorkshire.
Yorkshire spratling.
Yorkington.
So, I heard your granddad passed away. What happened? His dick got gangrenous and fell off. You can't just go. He was an Army vet, lived a great life, died at 84. It was his time.
He got gangrene.
He got gangrene.
Panoose.
His dick fell off.
How negligent do you have to be to allow something?
Poor little York spratling. So he's living at the Consulate Healthcare of Jacksonville in December of 2016. In February 2017, he was rushed to the emergency room and informed that his genitalia had become gangrenous. Doctors told Spratling and his family that the man required surgery to remove the dead tissue, which means, dude, I mean, if you would have asked York, when he was 20, do you think you'll die with your penis attached to you or not attached to you?
Oh, God.
York would have gone all in that his dong would remain attached to his body. Don't you think?
Especially after you make it through the war.
Right? Absolutely.
Make it through the war. Combat's over.
The doctor said he had never seen anything like this.
Oh,
ever,
God.
Especially in this day and age.
I'm not.
Better that he died shortly after surgery.
Probably.
So he didn't really he was probably doped up. Never made it through. He never had to wake up and look down.
How long does it take to become gangrenous? I'm picturing a couple month long period here.
Yeah, I don't know. Staffers at the nursing home, you mentioned this a second ago, told investigators they could smell his infected dong from the door of his room. Despite the stench, the staff did not document the infection or tell a doctor until 5 days later. So they just walked by his room and it was like, oh, God, that dick reeks.
Yeah. And they know as nursing home workers what infection smells like. There's no mistaking that.
Yeah. The vet was allegedly not being bathed, though staff claimed, look, Yorkshire refused showers. Well, people at advanced age, they get fucking dementia. They refuse all types of shit.
Got to wash them down.
If the guy won't eat, you fucking tube him and he eats. You throw an IV in him.
That's why Nana in her later years was taken to a coin wash.
That's right. So this is so past obvious that it's mind-blowing. Derwin Spratling.
Derwin and York.
Hell yeah.
It's awesome, man.
It's beautiful. Said of his uncle's condition is his uncle York. So his private area, nobody washed it. According to his sister, Lula Price Brown Spratling.
Lula, York, and what?
Darrington?
Derwin. My God.
Lula Price Brown Spratling.
What a family.
It's his sister who was taking care of this man.
We should call Lula.
Yeah, we could try to find Lula. Investigators concluded the man's death was due to inadequate supervision and medical neglect. Despite the findings, reportedly no action has been taken against the nursing home. What's more, investigators The investigation into his condition came after the AHCA had cited the healthcare place, this particular place, 3 times in the last year before the vet's death, claiming the nursing home did not have enough nurses to properly care for residents, including showering them.
And Lula hasn't filed suit on behalf of the family yet?
Well, all it says here is it's not clear yet whether the family intends to sue.
Well,
my guess is
I think we can push them over the edge.
this is going to be a hard fuck yes, they'll be suing.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an easy money grab.
Well, there's the premise to call. Lula, we see that nothing's been filed yet.
Yeah, what are we doing
What are you
here?
waiting for?
So yeah, that poor man. Oh, poor man.
Dude.
'Cause he's just sitting there in his own stench.
Yeah.
Imagine if they can smell it down the hallway. He's living with it.
Well, and that's something that these care facilities it's very much on their radar. You, even with your gallbladder recently, you had your ass checked.
Yeah, I had to
which
roll
was
over.
either, homo guy off the street looking at your ass, or they're looking for bed sores and documenting them.
Well,
or
I asked-
documenting the lack thereof.
The problem was it was a nurse that did it. It wasn't one of
Yeah.
my nurses. It was my nurse. Great dude.
Yeah.
I have no idea, what his
But
sexual
remember,
orientation is,
Beaumont has the 4-eye policy. Weren't we told by a nurse from over there?
What-
4 eyes in the room. They have to have, because you were struck by a
Yeah.
couple of guys who strolled in to look at your ass.
Well, he was the only one that looked at my ass that particular time, and he was like, I need to check your feet and your buttocks. And I was like,
I'll spread your butthole.
okay. And so I'm airing it out, and
Yeah.
I roll over, and he's just like, touch.
Yeah.
Okay, looks
Insert.
great. Looks great. And I was like, looks great. My ass looks great, or
Just some guy in jeans and a polo shirt.
no? He was scrubbed.
Oh.
He was scrubbed, but he said looks great after he took a gander at my ass, and I was kind of, I was like, no, stop making me
Blushing.
blush. Get out of here. Get out of here, you. And so I asked Beth later. I was like, hey,
What was up with that
I
guy
had a
in
Merce,
the
maybe-
jeans and polo shirt?
I felt a little uncomfortable, but he asked me to roll over. He wanted to look at my butt, and then he touched it, and he said, looks great. And she said, yeah, they have to do that to everybody. You
Yeah.
look at the butt, look at the feet. It's protocol. So apparently he wasn't on a line.
Yeah. So to my point, that's standard protocol. And you got York over here.
Yorkshire, yeah.
God, not checked for a period of month or whatever it was.
What is the excuse that you would think, like, okay, we
Just
can't
fucking-
get to everybody. We can't bathe everybody. We don't have enough, but it's like,
lazy fuckedness? That's what it is.
okay, so you get to that point, it's like, boy, his dong stinks.
Yeah, it's somebody else will take care of it. My shift's over. I'm
Yeah.
out.
But then, 5 days go by before you call a doctor. Like, you
Such
can be lazy.
disrespect, man.
Dude, it's my nightmare because I'm unlike you. I'm not married. I don't have kids. No one's going to take care of me. I'm going to be, if I make it to 50, I'll be lucky. But
Yeah.
say there's some
You're
medical
going to be
miracle.
patient X. They'll
I'm
be like,
dude,
we don't know who he is. We picked him up in the alley. He was unconscious.
I'm going to be, I'll be broke and I'll be so abused in the hospital. I just
Patient
will.
X.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Patient X. I'll be so abused. I'll just want to sit in my chair with my blankie.
They'll give you a nickname like Timmy or something. It's Timmy. Timmy's been here for years. Yeah, he's a vegetable. He
Yeah.
just sits in the corner.
I just sit there, and then there's gonna be horrible video posted
Timmy.
online of nurses like slapping my
It's
face,
just slapping the
just
shit out of
beating
you.
the shit out of me, knocking me out of my chair,
Timmy.
and I'm gonna be that story of patient X in his chair
Timmy.
with a Timmy. Why would they do that? And there's gonna be 2 young upstart podcasters that are discussing me and watching the video of
Yeah.
nurses smacking my fucking head over and over and over. Eat your yogurt, whack. Eat your peas, whack. I don't like peas. Eat them, whack. It's gonna be me.
Yeah.
Dude,
We never figured out who he was.
Timmy.
No one came forward. We just called him Timmy. He won't stop living. He won't stop living.
Just found him in an alley.
Found him in an alley. He was 65. He's now 87. He's been here for decades. He won't eat his peas. He won't eat.
Goddamn cockroach, though. He won't die.
He won't die. Oh,
Seems happy. You just put him in front of Netflix.
he just watches Netflix all
On the
day.
couch. He doesn't even go to bed.
He eats cheese sticks and chicken fingers with ranch, extra ranch sauce, and then just watches Netflix over and over. He's really into this season 1, episode 3 of vagines and rotten vagines.
God.
He
Keeps
watches
hitting
it
that
over and
instant
over.
replay feature on Netflix.
He's hard all the time. He's just rock all the time. All the time.
What is this?
my
What is it
chicken
called?
when I was Googling gangrenous, like man dies of gangrenous penis or whatever, his story didn't show up, but this is kind of funny. This is a story from 2000. This story is 2016, but in 2013, apparently a man was committing a robbery, kicked some guy in the nuts, and then a few years later he died of gangrenous penis, and now he was getting charged for murder.
Looks like his testicles.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
But like he was committing a robbery, decides to just kick some dude in the nuts, and then eventually that dude dies of a gangrenous testicles, and now he's getting charged for murder. This was an old story, like I said.
It's the eggshell skull doctrine, man. You take your victim as you find him. You have no idea.
I know.
Commit that act.
We've seen that before, where some guy's in a coma for 9 months and then passes away, and then
you get charged with murder.
Didn't that happen to the guy that shot Reagan and Jim Baker?
Yeah, man. Jim Baker. Yeah, he ultimately died due to complications of that shooting, like decades later. Yeah,
and so they charged him with murder, I think, for that. Yeah.
The Hink? Hold on. The Hink?
I thought that's
not him. Maybe you think of somebody else.
The Hink just got out, man.
Right.
Oh, I know, but he's not allowed to. He's like on timeout. He can't leave the neighborhood.
Well, he goes to Wendy's, I think every
Subway and Wendy's, right? In Virginia town. Weirdo.
Hey, everybody. Hamlin Pub, they recently rolled out a new menu. Try their new culinary creations, which include Southwest Cobb salad, candied Brussels sprouts, Korean steak tacos, chicken share, or the big brisket sandwich. Or you can start your day with an award-winning backyard Mary Bloody Mary. And, of course, this month is #Drink Hamlin Month. So send us a picture or an image of you eating or drinking, partaking in some sort of merriment at a Hamlin Pub. Throw it on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Use the #DrinkHamlin, and we'll enter you in a drawing for fabulous prizes.
See, Chuck Brown, Snoopy are going to be revived.
Yeah, where did I see that? They're going on Netflix or something?
Apple.
Oh, okay.
Part of their streaming web service, and coming back to life. So they signed a deal to reimagine the characters for a new series, and it'll be through Apple's streaming service. Expected to start the second half of 2019.
I always wished that Peanuts wasn't like the way it is. I always wished as a kid it would be more, I don't know, just wacky or something.
Yeah, there's something.
There's something very psychological about it.
Yeah.
Kind of getting into the depths of Chuck's head and Linus's issues and so forth.
It was a weird show. The specials are weird. The characters are weird. And
I mean, Chuck's depressed. Chuck's a depressed kid.
Oh my God, he's going to Lucy, his biggest abuser, for help. She's giving out advice for 5 cents.
Every time, believe in the football will stay.
Yeah.
And every time, what does Lucy do? She moves the football.
Every time. And then
falls for it every time.
She's a therapist giving advice for a nickel.
I know.
And Chuck's going to her.
And then, like I said, Snoopy and Woodstock. And then you go, oh, good. Okay, the clowns of the show. All right, now we're in for it. And then he does the whole, Red Baron and shit.
Yeah.
You
would get into like dream sequences with Snoop.
Yeah.
And
the Sop with Camel. And I'd always be like, all right, it's entertaining. I'd watch it. I'd read the little strips if I was in media for an hour in fourth grade or whatever. But I was never left with this great feeling.
Yeah, I agree.
Satisfaction.
And I hope to God the one thing we can all remember from that is Dolly Madison. I hope in some way Dolly Madison is involved, right? It has to be.
It's not, though. Remember, Dolly got bought out by Hostess. Does Hostess need?
I think they
need another product to really compete with their own stuff.
I mean, I think if you're Hostess, the smart play is to establish a new wing of Dolly Madison specifically.
Go Zinger. I think you bring the Zinger back.
Sure.
I think it'd be inappropriate to do it under the Hostess flagship.
Oh, of course. Yeah, you'd have to bring back Dolly Madison. And it'd probably be something like Dolly Madison presented by Hostess or something, you know. But we'll see. The strip started in 1950, Chuck Schultz, and he died back at the age of 77. And so this cartoon ran up until 2000. And he was like, yeah, I'm retiring. I've got one more Chuck Brown comic that drops on February 13th. He died the day before it dropped.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So now the question is, Chuck Brown, as a show, can you do the same show, or are we too sensitive? Are we too politically correct? Because the whole story is he's bullied constantly. Chuck Brown is an outcast. Everything he does is he fucks up. And everyone rags on him all the time.
He's just a major head case. And yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It was never like wily and funny and, slap my knee kind of thing. It was always kind of like, oh man, I kind of feel bad for Chuck Brown.
Yeah. He always did.
Kid.
I mean, he's bald. He's in second grade and he's fucking bald.
He had the one little curly thing.
I know, but not
always wearing the same shirt though.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. People that knock the show say that there was an an unhealthy amount of unrequited love on that show as well. You know, people, Sally and Linus, Chuck and Peppermint Patty, Lucy and Schroeder, and all the relationships. The person being sought after knew and didn't give a shit, and sometimes even took advantage of the situation. You know, Peppermint Patty convinced Chuck to have this Thanksgiving, knowing that he would because of his crush on her.
Well, Peppermint Patty was playing, Marcy,
Oh,
the fucking fiddle over there.
Oh my God. I mean, that was the first lesbian couple on TV, right?
I think so, without saying it. Yeah.
Marcy called her sir, Okay, sir. So anyways, and there's other stuff, that people have a problem with. No adult supervision at all. Second graders are. And they say, while most people have fond memories thinking back of Snoopy and Woodstock's relationship, they were terrible with each other. They fought all the time.
Did they really?
Yeah, apparently they fought all the time. And it was a real contentious relationship. Do
you fondly remember Snoopy and Woodstock? Again, man, I found it very frustrating. I wanted it to be knockdown funny.
Yeah.
I was always left like, I got it, dude. I got it. You're on your goddamn doghouse pretending you're flying.
Yeah, the Red Baron, the goggles and the red scarf, right? That was the.
Was it just branded wrong? You know what I mean? Like, was this just more of an adult comic strip, maybe? And
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Kids watched it. I mean, they still air the shit out of the Thanksgiving specials and.
Yeah,
Great Pumpkin,
my
Charlie
kids
Brown.
don't like them. I'll be like, hey, let's watch the. No, that one's
they've
boring.
got options like galore.
That's what I'm saying, though. It doesn't hold up,
Yeah.
But yeah, it was branded toward kids back then. But man, I don't know. It did seem a little bit mature.
They mentioned in this. I printed out the main characters in this.
Where's Franklin?
Franklin's down there.
There he is.
Yeah, that's Franklin. So you've got Shermy. Do you remember Shermy?
Was he the retarded kid?
That one.
No, he's cool looking. I like him.
Yeah.
He's like Linus with more hair.
Rerun?
No way. They had a rerun? That's Linus.
Nope, that's Rerun.
What are you talking about? That's rerun. That's goddamn Linus.
Nope.
Are you sure they're not talking about reruns of the series?
No, that's Linus Van Pelt down there.
Oh, all right.
So that's Rerun. And then you've got Eudora.
I've never heard of these people.
I know. And then we get into the big players. Linus Van Pelt, Sally Brown, Lucy Van Pelt, Schrader, Peppermint Patty, Frida. Schroeder, yeah. Marcy, Franklin Armstrong, Violet, Pigpen, Patty, Snoopy, and Woodstock. So Franklin's an interesting story because
they had that flap over in the Thanksgiving one where he was like sitting across the table.
Did you see that picture? It's hard to
argue.
I mean, I don't remember what the storyline was, but it sure looks like the white kids want fuck all to do with
Wasn't
the
it
black
like everybody had a good chair except Franklin? Yeah, Franklin's got like a fold-up chair.
Yeah, like he was he wasn't invited. He just stumbled into the park, and they were like, I guess we got a folding chair we can give you.
It does feel like you could put some balance to that picture, right?
Yeah.
Or is it that Franklin is special and he has his own
Maybe he doesn't want to sit with other people. Maybe he likes having his space.
Well,
he likes it being separate but equal.
People called Chuck Schultz racist for this, and
this dude brought Franklin on like after the civil rights movement.
Yes, exactly. And actually, he was not going to have a black character and had to fight for Franklin. Like the powers that be were like, absolutely not having a Negro as part of the strip. Are you out? This is outrageous. And this is coming out of a time before when schools were segregated and stuff. So it was like, why is this Negro playing with these white kids?
Mm-hmm.
And he fought for that, and he was not going to do it because he didn't want it to look patronizing. He didn't want to look like, the civil rights movement is going forward, and so it's going to look patronizing. And he got letters from black people who went, appreciate your concern. Thank you for that, saying you don't want to look patronizing, but there will be way more good done in the long run for black people to see Franklin Armstrong on TV and stuff like that. So we'd appreciate it. And he read these letters, and he was like, all right, writing this son of a bitch in.
Yeah.
And there you are. There's Franklin. So
look, studio executives, I've got a goddamn dog sitting at the table.
Yeah.
You can't put a black guy? Come on.
I know. We got a Tweety bird here and a dog. Yeah. And you don't want a black guy? So, I mean, obviously they had the first lesbian couple, Patty and Marcy. So
pretty
coming back, there's not an Asian in the group. There's only one black in the group.
Yeah.
So
we're
going to have
dirty kid. They had Pigpen.
Yeah.
He was kind of awesome.
Yeah. There's no Hispanics. Yeah. This has to be done like a.
There's no gingers either, are there?
Fuck no, hell no. But doesn't this have to be done kind of like a Oh, we
Gap
got
commercial.
purple stuff. We got a purple drink and stuff like that. The where you got the what was that commercial?
Sunny D.
Sunny D. Yeah, some Sunny D. The kids come in and it's like black kid,
Ginger.
white chick. Yeah, ginger, Asian.
Yeah.
It's like, boy, I don't remember that pack of kids running together, but so I don't know.
It's like distractingly diverse, you know?
Right, exactly.
Like normally you wouldn't notice if it was just some Hispanic kid with a couple white kids, but then it's like, oh, black kid, ginger, white girl.
Yeah. We've gone long here. Do we have any email you wanted to read, or we can save it for tomorrow?
Here.
Zach Martina joins us tomorrow, by the way. He'll be coming by. Yeah, great young comic, and we'll look forward to having him in.
Let me just hit quickly a Christmas movie mention. Werner writes in, Christmas movies, Happy Yuletide, you lazy cigarettes. I don't know what that means.
Fags.
Got it. Yeah. He wants to include Four Christmases on the list. Anyone seen Four Christmases? Is that Vince Vaughn? I think it's Vince Vaughn and The Chin, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't.
You know who I'm talking about with The Chin. I can't think of her name right now. But that's one where I think their parents are all split up, so they have to go to every parent's Christmas, and they're all really different.
Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah, there you go, The Chin. That's not bad. I saw that once. He says it's one of my favorite comedy movies, and dare I say, one of the best Christmas movies of all time.
Wow.
Really?
Of all time?
I will watch that, but he's got to provide more he's got to give me a list of movies he's fond of, so I have some a baseline.
Well, he also suggests It's a Wonderful Life. So
yeah,
it's got some terrible ratings online.
Yeah, I remember seeing it and not being too impressed.
24% on Rotten Tomatoes.
What do you think is a good
5.7 out of 10 on IMDb?
What would give us a good baseline? 10 movies. If he listed off 10 movies that are his favorites of all time, and then we could go, okay. Because if he comes in hot with just a bunch of lame shit.
Four Christmases, go see it. It's one of the best. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to waste my time.
It's not inspiring.
But yeah.
Yeah,
I do like Vince Vaughn. Is Favreau in it too?
Probably, right?
Yeah,
he's in everything. Hey, we'll save the rest for tomorrow.
Very good. Yeah, like I said, Zach Martina joins the show tomorrow. That ought to be fun. He's coming to town. I don't have the information in front of me, but we'll have all that for tomorrow. He's got a show coming up here in a week or 10 days or something. So we'll have info on that. We'll welcome him in, and we'll see the rest of you tomorrow.
Listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening, and as always, thank you, Detroit. Listen to God.